Hello my loves, what's up? What's going on? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a new pick a card reading. This one is your month ahead of January of 2021. So if you guys want to know about your monthly prediction, then you clicked on the right video. If you guys are new to pick a card readings, I'm going to give you guys a quick little rundown of how they work. So over here we have pile number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you can take a moment, pause the video if you'd like to find the pile that you are the most drawn towards. And then once you're done choosing your pile, you can then go ahead and scroll down to the comment box or the description box to find the timestamp that's linked to your specific card, and then you can skip ahead and watch your personal reading for your month ahead of January. And if you guys like to choose with crystals below the cards, we'll be popping some crystals on there in just a moment. But also a quick little disclaimer, you guys are not bound by this. This is not your destiny. This is just a reading upon your current energies. You have free will. You have all of the magic within you to change anything at any time. And the beautiful thing about tarot is we can see where we're heading and what the current energies may be. And then we can make and implement changes if we desire to do so, or if we hear something that confirms our beautiful direction that we're currently headed. You don't need to change anything at all, and you can just keep getting that confirmation that you're headed in that beautiful, perfect direction. So with that being said, there's our little disclaimer, just so you know you have free will all the time. And if you guys like to choose with crystals, let's pop some crystals on these cards. All right, so if you guys like to choose with crystals, here are our crystal options. So over here we have some Lemurian quartz, then over here we have some citrine, and then we have some amethyst, then we have some danburite, and then over here we have some sunset aura quartz. So take a moment, pause the video if you'd like to find the pile that you are the most drawn towards. Then once you're done choosing your pile, you can go ahead and scroll down to the comment box or that description box to find the timestamp that's linked to your specific card. Then you can skip ahead and watch your personal reading for the month of January. So without further ado, let's hop right into today's video. All right, so group number 1, if you guys chose this pile, this is going to be your reading for January of 2021. So let's hop right into it. All right, my love, so here are our tarot cards that start us off. We have the Ace of Cups, the 2 of Pentacles, the 4 of Cups, then we have the King of Wands being reversed, but then we have the Page of Wands upright. So with that being said, let's also shuffle one of these beautiful oracle cards to get some overall energies about the month of January for you guys. So pile number 1, let's get one of the energies for this month. So we have Awakening Genius. Ooh, okay. So one of my first thoughts when I looked at this was some of you guys might be having one of those kind of moments of, I want to say like writer's block, but this is, I mean, like kind of like a creative block. If you guys have been feeling kind of creatively like uninspired lately, I really think that you guys are getting over that in the month of January. It seems like January is going to bring some more inspiration to you. It seems like you guys are kind of like completing a certain phase of creativity. Like it kind of seems like what you used to do isn't quite fulfilling you anymore, and you kind of want to start anew. And that's why we have this King of Wands being reversed and then this Page of Wands being upright. So we're awakening genius. We're adding the color back into our lives in January. We're awakening our creative abilities. We're realizing that we need to start a new path because maybe we kind of like mastered our old path already, and we're kind of like, we need kind of a fresh start, like a new sort of beginning over here. So yeah, what I'm definitely seeing for you guys is this sort of fresh beginning. And that's why we also have this Ace of Cups, because this Ace of Cups represents our creative juices begin to reflow, but the Ace is a new beginning. It's not a continuation of the old. This is a new beginning of some kind. So in January, I wouldn't be surprised if you guys kind of switch up a lot of things and you restart, or not necessarily restart, but just open up a new creative outlet or a new creative road for you guys. Because yeah, it's definitely like, and I think you're going to be balancing something new with something old. There's some sort of transition that's happening. That's why we have this 2 of Pentacles. So there's some sort of thing where it's like, well, we still have to continue the old thing for now, but let's also implement this new idea and go down this new road as well. And let's just kind of eventually begin to wash out the old and implement more of this new kind of road. But it does look like you're balancing both of them for a little while. And it does also look like, you know, we've been having this sort of creative block for a little bit now, but I do think January is going to bring massive change for that. So that is a beautiful beginning to this reading, you guys. There is definitely this new energy coming in. For some of you guys, the Ace of Cups can sometimes symbolize a new relationship beginning, but I'm not really feeling that for the most part of this pile. This more feels like some sort of like creative, inspiring endeavor that you guys are moving towards. But it could be a person for some of you guys. This could be someone coming into your life that offers like a new perspective or a new kind of, you know, just new energy in your life. But I'm definitely feeling this is more of a creative sort of layout that's happening over here. And this is more talking about your creativity. So with that being said, let's get further into this. We have Sacred Destruction and Ancestors coming up next. So this is beautiful, the fact that we have Sacred Destruction, and this almost looks like owl eyes to me. And so this is all about like learning new things. I feel like you're so ready to expand because you've kind of mastered the old and you're so ready for something new. You're ready for just some sort of like new direction, new creative outlet, new style, new something along the lines of that. So this Sacred Destruction, you guys are so ready to cut out the old ways of doing things, the old lifestyle that you used to have, the old creative outlets that you used to have. You're sort of ready to just say no to that and end that and begin this sort of new kind of creative endeavor, new creative outlet. Then we also have Ancestors over here. So yeah, you guys, you're fully rooted into this old thing. You're probably wondering like, how am I going to switch this? And it's switching based on a balance of both. But I think that you guys are getting really tired of your old routines. You're getting really tired of your old ways of doing things. And you're really rooted in that old life based on this Ancestors card. You're really rooted into it. But the reason why we have Sacred Destruction coming up is because we're so ready to just kind of like, yeah, like sacredly destruct the old life. We're ready to just be like, okay, I love you, old life, but I'm so ready for something new. I'm ready to just switch out the lights and yeah, bring in that brand new energy. So I'm definitely seeing this for your guys' January. We are absolutely making those major switches, those major changes. And so with that being said, let's get into our astrology cards right here. We have the Ceres card, which is kind of like the children or like mothering sort of asteroid that we have. And so Ceres coming up is very interesting because this is kind of like the birth of a new cycle, right? We have this Ace of Cups, we have Ceres. You guys are thinking about starting something new. We're bringing something new into the world creatively. So I'm definitely seeing that for you guys. Also, this green energy is like heart chakra, and also look at this green plant that we have over here. There's a lot of like heart chakra energy over here. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is something that's like you've been calling, like your body, your soul, your heart has been calling for this change for a while, and it's finally coming in January. And it's no wonder that it's coming in January. January is the first month. It's all about new beginnings. So yeah, this is a whole new cycle for you guys. Then we also do have last quarter moon. So we're finishing out the old. The fact that we have this one coming up, we're finishing out the old stuff, you guys. And that's why we have this balance, Two of Pentacles card, because we're sort of balancing the old and the new still. So January is going to be a bit of that balance, a bit of that topsy-turvy energy of like, I'm slowly transitioning into the new, but we still have to deal with the old in order to make room for the new, and still have to close out old things, but still have the support from the old lifestyle, that sort of stuff. Then we do also have Capricorn, so you guys are absolutely being creative. You're climbing to new heights. We're going to new mountains. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of this stuff that we're talking about here deals with career for most of you guys, because Capricorn is ruled by the 10th house of astrology, and so all of that. I wouldn't be surprised if some of you guys are making some bigger career changes or career choices in January, and trying to reach new heights or create new beginnings with career, things like that. We do also have Saturn and Jupiter finally left the sign of Capricorn, moved into Aquarius. So it's time to make those brand new shifts and go on those new paths for a lot of us. I'm going to put that card over here because then it's in line with the other card that we have. Okay, so with that being said, let's move on to our next two that we have for you guys. We have Glamour and Prosperity. So Glamour, this is about your creativity, your style. So I think that you guys are definitely changing up part of your style. Maybe you're also wanting to make some like changes. Maybe you guys are like, I'm ready for like a new hairstyle. I'm ready for a new this. I'm ready for like a new whole essence of you. I think that you're ready to be rebirthed into a new self. So I really think that you guys are going to be thinking about, who is it that I want to be and how do I make those changes? And I do think that you guys are probably changing up something with your physical style, but glamour can also just mean that our creativity, the way that we see ourselves, the art that we put out into the world, our creative energy that we put out into the world, okay? And also this card says, into this mirror, I now see the realms of possibility. So if you guys have had a creative block, you are finally going to be getting your answers in January, and you'll see the realms of possibility in front of you. So wow, this card is so perfect for coming up. Also, sixes are harmony, so we're finally getting into that alignment in January, and you'll see the routes and the ways to make and implement these changes that you've probably felt a block with before, because you probably thought, oh, there isn't a way for me to make this change, it seems too hard. January is the month of, it's no longer hard. You now see the realms of possibility. And then we also have prosperity. So I do think that your guys' finances are probably going to somehow make an increase, or you'll see ways that you can finally make these financial increases in January. Some of you guys may be getting a promotion. Maybe that's what this new beginning is, because you're so ready for that promotion. Some of you guys, it'll be something like that. Or this is like, oh, we finally have a means and a way and a vision to creating this new financial abundance that you guys have been wanting. And yeah, just new abundance in general. So I really think that you guys are going to be figuring out these ways and finally seeing how this can happen for you guys. So this is all really exciting stuff coming up. I'm loving how this is unfolding for you guys. Then the next card that we have is the Cosmos Ascend. I connect to oneness and expand my awareness. So you guys are gaining that magic from the stars. I really think that there's probably really good astrological alignments for you guys happening in January, since we have the Cosmos and Ascend coming up. You guys are ascending to a new level. This whole reading is about you guys leaving behind the old and ascending to the new level. Very interesting. You guys are unrooting yourselves from the old and moving into the new with this new beginning. We're birthing these new ideas. So this is beautiful all coming up. This is all sounding so good. All right, pile number one, all sounds great. It's also funny that you guys chose pile number one, and you guys are all about those new beginnings, because number one is the new beginning, and we're talking about the month of January, which is ruled by number one. If you guys have been seeing 1111 around, pay attention to it, because that's your confirmation that you're moving into a new cycle. That's why we have this ace as well. There's lots of one energy happening in this reading. So for you guys, new beginnings all the way. We're creating something new. We're leaving behind the old, all that jazz. So with that being said, let's go ahead and roll these Astro dice to get any last information on this reading for you guys. All right, so we have the third house, we have Libra, and we have the North Node. So you guys are moving more towards your destiny. I think that there's going to be a lot of fun communication with you guys this month with the third house and Libra. So I do think that you guys will be talking to a lot of people. I think your social life is expanding, even if it's via text message, because the third house is more about like text messages, calling, emails, things like that. So I wouldn't be surprised if you guys have a lot of that coming in the month of January, making new connections, maybe even via social media that are people that are going to inspire you and bring you closer towards your destiny. If you guys are ever scrolling online and you get really inspired about something, that's probably how a lot of ideas will come to you, a lot of other inspiration will come to you during the month of January. So with that being said, this is ruled by Gemini, just so you guys know, and then we also have Libra over here. But let's go ahead and roll our Astro dice 3 times to get the top 3 zodiac signs that you guys are most likely going to be around in the month of January. So let's see what comes up. We have Aries coming up, which is the first zodiac sign, which is so interesting because we have all that one energy over here, all that new beginning energy. So it's no wonder we have a lot of Aries influence. This could be talking about people with Aries, sun, moon, or rising, or just the energy in general. We also have Cancer coming up. So that can be Cancer, sun, moon, or rising, or Cancer energy. And then we also have Libra again. So Libra came up when we were rolling these, and it's no wonder Libra's coming up again, because that's all about being social, getting inspiration from other places, kind of balancing out the scales. So for you guys, the month of January is going to be balancing out your new life versus the old life and figuring out how to make those transitions. So that all makes sense. What a beautiful reading, pile number one. Hope you guys enjoyed this. This is your outlook of the energies of the month of January of 2021. It's all looking really good so far. There's this new beginning, closing out the old, lots of good stuff coming up in here. So I hope you guys enjoy your month of January. If you guys enjoyed this reading, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already, and if you want to see more videos like this. And if so, I will see you guys in my next one. Bye. All right, so group number two, if you guys chose this pile, this is going to be your January 2021 month ahead prediction. So let's hop right into it. All right, so pile number two, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle this deck right here to get an oracle card for the overall energies. But just to start us off, over here in our tarot cards, we have the 10 of Pentacles, we have the 5 of Swords, we have the 3 of Cups, then we end off with the Star and the World being reversed. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get an oracle card for some overall inspiring energies of the month, and then we'll get into what these tarot cards mean. So let's see. Pile number two, the month of January of 2021. Oh, we have the Seeing Beyond card over here with the number 9 on it. So the number 9 tells me that you guys are probably ready for a shift. You guys are probably ready for some sort of change to happen. It's kind of like we're awaiting the change. We can almost see it in the future, but we're kind of waiting. It's kind of like this, we're waiting for something. And it's kind of interesting because I felt a little bit of that energy when looking at these cards over here. Like overall, it looks like, you know, there's good communication, there's good family time, but somehow it just feels like, maybe it feels like you guys are being robbed of your time with your family. Maybe some of you guys feel like you're being robbed of your time with your friends. And it feels like, okay, I'm ready for this shift to take place. I'm ready for all of this stuff to end. And it kind of makes sense if you guys are being really affected by whatever's going on in the world right now. It could be, and that's why we also have this, you know, the World card coming up. And it's kind of like this waiting and this like hoping for this shift to take place. And we're kind of just waiting. We're almost just like looking into the future, hoping and praying for, you know, the future to just come already. You know, for all of this stuff to be over. We're waiting for all this stuff to be over, and we're kind of just like, oh, I have all these dreams and all these desires, but they kind of can't take place yet because of what's happening. And I want to do all these things, but I can't right now because of what's happening. And it's like you guys are just sort of waiting for the green light. You know, that's sort of the energy of January, is just waiting for the green light. It kind of just seems like there's this energy that just seems like the same old type of stuff, and it's just waiting for this shift to take place. We're waiting for the future to come, and we're almost trying to visualize the future of like, oh, all these fun things that I have planned for the future, but I just can't do it quite yet. But it's like we're waiting for that energy. So January seems kind of like a continuation of that energy, but I want you guys to know that the fact that we have these good cards here means that the potential for this to happen for you really lies in your energy. You can have all of these things. We can figure out ways for all of this energy to come into our life right now. It's just we're not seeing that possibility yet. We're kind of staying in the pessimism of this shift, of this change. And because we're staying in that pessimism of the shift and the change, we're not seeing how we can implement these things maybe right now. We're not quite seeing that. So I do want you guys to know there is ways for these things to happen and for these things to come for you guys, but it seems like you guys just aren't quite seeing that at the moment. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and add on the next 2 oracle cards for you guys. But I want to let you guys know that January is a time for visualizing your future. What do you want to experience in the future? Because I really think that January is the time of creating that. So writing down what it is that you guys want to manifest, what it is that you guys want to have in your future is going to be so beautifully important, because that's going to be what manifests. Look, we have this star and we have the world. So we're on the verge of completing this sort of dull phase. We're on the verge of completing this like old stuff. We're just on the verge of it. And so it's really important in the beginning of January to make your intentions of how you want your year to go, what you want that to look like, and being able to visualize that and seeing beyond, using that manifestation ability, that free will that you have inside to be able to bring more of that energy out. And even if you don't see how, don't pay attention to the how. The how will make a way for you, no matter what the circumstance is. The how will be made by the universe as long as you have the willpower to visualize what it is that you want to bring out this year. The how will be presented to you. It is not your job to figure it out. Even if the how seems like impossible, let that go and just keep visualizing what it is that you want and the energies that you want to bring into your life, and the how will be made. And that's what this next friggin' oracle card says, you guys. We have the revolutionary, so being able to take hold of your inspiration. What makes you inspired? January is about writing down, setting the intentions of what it is that makes you inspired and what it is that you want to bring into your life this year. It is about speaking that out into the universe with this wolf that is just howling into the mountains. You know, this wolf is claiming what it is that he wants. He's getting wild about it. He's like, I will figure this out and I will make this happen. So some of you guys might be noticing that there's certain energies, and we do have a lot of good cards here. I want to say we have a lot of good cards over here, but this Five of Swords is kind of like what's going on in your mind. Okay, so there's a lot of good things that are surrounding you. We have the Ten of Pentacles surrounding you. We have the Three of Cups surrounding you. This is really good. This is really good family and friends that are here to support you and here to help you. But it seems like you guys are maybe having fears or worries or letting your thoughts get you down or letting news that you hear get you down, even though it might not be like the most physical news. It might not actually be affecting you as much as you think it is, but mentally it will be. So the swords are interesting because it's all mental. It's news, it's word of mouth, it's the things that we hear, right? The restrictive boundaries that we put on ourselves in our minds, right? That's the Five of Swords. But it's not physicality yet. Your physicality is beyond that. This is just in your mind. So if you guys can get past your mentality in the month of January and focus more on the people that are surrounding you and the other goodness that surrounds you, the other physical goodness, this is the revolution. This is where we step into seeing beyond and creating more of these things rather than this, okay? So getting wild, finally getting maybe so frustrated with your current state that you're like, I'm ready for a change, I'm ready to get over it, I'm gonna stop living my life this way because it's doing me no good. So this is where we start to make those changes. So January seems like a month where you guys are finally like getting wild and you're like, I'm making these changes, I don't care what nobody says. Okay, so that's the sort of energies that we're getting for the month of January. All right, so our next few cards that we have over here, we have solar eclipse, we have the sun, interesting, we have the sun and solar eclipse, and we also have the 10th house. Ooh, okay, so solar eclipse. If you guys feel like your emotions are blocking your light, or if you feel like something's getting the best of you or stopping you from living your best life, January is the month of noticing that, realizing that, and seeing beyond. How can I see beyond? How can I live my life to its greatest potential and not have something block my light? Because the sun, it shines no matter what. So even during a solar eclipse is when the moon moves right in front of the sun and blocks out the sun, and so we have a solar eclipse, right? So metaphorically, that is something that's out of your control that's blocking your light. How can we see beyond that? It's all perspective based because the moon is so small compared to the sun. And so this is your metaphor for January. If there's something that comes up that's bothering you in January and you're letting it get the best of you and you're seeing it from the perspective of like Earth, if you're looking at it from the perspective of, you know, where you are right now, then yes, it's going to block your light. But if you actually look at the perspective of the sun, if you just move even slightly, that little block, that moon, is so tiny compared to the sun. So if you just move to the side of it, all of a sudden the sun is going to be shining pretty much almost 360 degrees. It's just from your current perspective, this seems to be blocking the entirety of it. Because from our perspective of Earth, it seems like the moon can block the entirety of the sun, but guess what? It cannot, because the moon is so small in comparison. So this is all perspective. It's talking to you about your perspective, your current way of looking at the issue or the problem that's in front of you. So It's interesting that we have the sun coming up next. This is amazing. So I do think that you guys in the month of January are going to come across some sort of like revolutionary sort of perspective that causes you to realize your light again, that causes you to forget about this. And then all of a sudden, instead, we have this. And this right here is a beautiful reading, okay? So it seems like you guys have this sort of like choice to make in the month of January. And I do think that you guys are mostly all of you guys are choosing to go this sun route, looking at your light, what you have to offer and do instead. And once you guys just switch your perspective, you'll see possibility. You'll see beyond, you'll see into possibility rather than into limitation. And it's all up to you what you decide to look at. And then we also have this 10th house. So this is our ability to climb the mountain. Once we get that higher perspective and we climb the mountain, we no longer get affected by that small problem that was once seemingly blocking all of our light. But that was an illusion, because then we climbed to the top of the mountain, we're like, wait a minute, that thing was tiny compared to what the endless possibility that there is in front of me. So January is about seeing that, about figuring that out. And then our next two cards that we have safe home. We have strength. Oh, you guys. So this is all about feeling safe in our own environment. This is about creating our mental space to be a safe place rather than a scary place, rather than feeling insecure, rather than feeling worried about the future. This safe home is all about getting that security, feeling comfortable. I cast this circle round about. Safety now is beyond doubt. So you are safe no matter what. If you're scared about whatever's going on right now, do not be. You are safe. Create that sacred circle for yourself. And I think that a lot of that strength will come to you in the month of January, especially since we have the literal strength card coming up. So strength, stability in this hour, endurance, stamina, I empower. So you guys have what it takes to get through this. You guys will get through this. And I just see that it's more of a mental challenge than an actual physical challenge. It's just more mentally consuming rather than physically consuming. There's a mental aspect of it that seems to be a little bit more prominent than the actual physical aspect of it. Okay, and then the next card that we have over here, we have the Empress of the Night, finale. Ooh, after the storm, I emerge a shiny new star. It's super interesting since we literally have the star card over here. This is really absolutely fascinating. So the Empress of the Night, so you guys are going to be able to, when we have the solar eclipse and the moon blocks the sun's light, we have the beauty of the night. We see all the stars. So after the storm, after all of this, after this, you guys emerge a shiny new star. This card literally fits into this reading so dang well, because literally after the storm, look at all this storminess and stormy clouds and stuff like that. After the storm, I emerge a shiny new star. We have the star card. So this is about stripping away all that you used to know, all that you used to have, forgetting about your old ways. Sure, maybe your old ways of life don't fit into this new lifestyle anymore. So let's strip all of that away and let's make a new beginning. You emerge a shiny new star. This is the finale. We're letting go of the old. We're beginning anew. How can we begin this new life? Forget about the old. And how can we make your current situation the best situation ever? That's going to be what January is all about, figuring out all of those certain things. It might sound like a doozy right now, but January, I think you guys are going to come across many different revolutionary ideas that help you see that. And it's all about getting wild about your current situation, letting out those emotions, because as you let out those emotions, you begin to raise your vibe because you're no longer holding on to them and you're able to get to that new state of consciousness. So with that being said, let's go ahead and roll our astro dice to get any last information. We're also going to roll the zodiac signs to get the zodiac signs that are going to be most prominently in your life in the month of January. So with that being said, let's go ahead and roll these out. We have the South Node, Taurus, and the third house. So we're letting go of the past, you guys. It's interesting that we have the third house because we do also have the Three of Cups over here, which reminds me so much of the third house because it's so social, right? So it could be you guys really craving a more social environment to feel comfortable. So the South Node, we're maybe reminiscing about the past. We're too stuck on the past, Okay, we need to move into something new, and the new world might feel a little strange, but we need to figure out how to work with it in this new way. So the South Node, we're thinking a lot about the past. Maybe some things from the past are going to resurface and come back up into our lives. And then with this Taurus, so if we have South Node and Taurus in the third, this is different people maybe reaching out to you. Some people from the past might be reaching out to you. We might be seeking comfort from the past, from past people that we used to know. So it might make us comfortable to be reaching out to people that we used to previously engage with. It might bring us comfort to fall into old routines and old hobbies. We might be reminiscing and clinging on to old hobbies that make us feel comfortable, like old things that we used to do, old routines that we used to have, things like that. So I'm definitely seeing a bit of that energy coming up in the month of January for you guys. So that is what I'm seeing for you guys, pile number 2. Hope you guys enjoyed this reading. It looks like it's all gonna turn out okay, but it does look like we're just figuring out a lot of things, which needs to happen anyway. So this is very positive. This is very good. We are revolutionizing our old ways. So that's what I'm seeing for you guys, pile number 2. Oh, and I almost forgot the top 3 zodiac sign energies for you guys. Let's roll this. Let's find out what's happening. The top 3 zodiac signs for you guys, pile number 2. So we have Aquarius coming up. So we got Aquarius energy, or Aquarius sun, moon, or rising people. Aquarius literally coming up again. Okay, so lots of Aquarius energy. We also have Piscean energy, very interesting. We also have Jupiter and Saturn that just moved into Aquarius, so it's very interesting. And then also some Pisces energy. And then we also have Gemini. So Aquarius, Pisces, and Gemini for you guys, pile number 2. Those are going to be the most prominent energies. So with that being said, I will see you guys in my next video. Definitely give this video a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe button down below if you guys want to see future videos. And if so, I will see you guys in my next one. Bye. All right, so pile 3, let's see what's happening for you guys in 2021 in the month of January. So let's hop right into it. All right, so pile 3, let's talk about what you guys have. So we have the 6 of Swords over here, we have the Moon, we have the 8 of Swords, we have the 8 of Wands being reversed, and we have the High Priestess over here. So these are our tarot cards. We're also gonna go ahead and shuffle our oracle cards to get any magical messages, magical energies that are happening for you guys in the month of January. So let's go ahead and shuffle this, see what we get, and then we'll move on to our tarot cards. So pile 3, January of 2021. We get 2 cards flying out. Let's see, you guys. So we have Into Me I See, and it is what it is. Interesting. So I do think that you guys are going to see a much deeper side of yourself in the month of January. We have Into Me I See. I think that we are noticing a lot of our old patterns. We're noticing a lot of our old ways of being and our old ways of thinking. And then it is what it is. I think that you guys are coming to big conclusions on your past. We're coming to big realizations and realizing, okay, it is what it is. You know, there's certain things that might upset you. There's certain things that you want to maybe run away from. But now January is about kind of just accepting what it is, seeing it for what it is. If there's big questions that you guys have had, like wondering of this or this, we're going to finally see it for what it is. We're going to finally see our answer, because maybe there's something that's confusing you because you're like, ooh, I could do this or I could do that. We're finally realizing our inner desires, wants, and needs, and realizing that it is what it is. And we can't change the way that we're feeling to please other people. We cannot, it is what it is, guys. We need to accept what it is. We need to own what it is. So there are some certain things that will require that sort of energy in the month of January for you guys. So with that being said, let's talk about these tarot cards. So the 6 of Swords, there could be something that you guys you're ready for a certain transition, but I do feel like there's this weird energy where you guys might feel stuck on a certain thing. And we really want to have this transition, but we're not really sure where it leads to. But our intuition is calling us to a certain thing. So it's very interesting. This is a very kind of like vague, but very particular energy at the same time. Very interesting. It's kind of like a paradox, because it's vague, but it's also quite specific. So if there's something that you have felt unsure about, there's some sort of like direction where you're unsure, like this is almost the energy of, should I stay or should I go? What is the answer? Do I move on? Do I stay stuck? What is it? What is the right answer? But there's almost this fear about walking into the future, because we're not really sure what our future has. We're not really sure about what our future will look like. Your future will look like whatever perspective that you open up to. If your perspective is limiting, like the Eight of Swords, and you limit yourself via your thoughts, because the swords are thoughts, right? And if we cocoon ourselves in this circle of our thoughts and we say like, oh, well, there's this barrier, there's this barrier. There's actually not, because if we look at this card, there is so much outside of those swords, outside of those limiting beliefs. There's so much more land to explore, so much more potential, so much more possibility. But because of her limiting thoughts, she thinks that she's stuck in this small bubble. So she thinks, oh, I can't really leave. I can't exactly feel comfortable leaving, you know, my current situation, my current spot that I feel tied to, because there might not be anything outside of this box that I've put myself in. There might not be anything outside of that. What if I get disappointed and I want to come back into my box? Which, trust me, you're not going to be disappointed. You're limiting yourself to saying like, there's no better career out there. I have to stick to what I know. There's no better relationship out there. I have to stick to my current one that displeases me. You know, whatever situation is not making you fully happy right now, but you're staying in it because it feels comfortable, because it's familiar, and you're too scared to explore outside because you're worried about disappointment because you don't know what lies out there. We're unsure about what lies out there. January is about letting go of that. If you guys feel stuck in something because you're worried that nothing better exists, something better does exist, because her current situation, she's literally standing in a puddle surrounded by swords. So she's not somewhere that fully makes her happy. She has her necessities. She can drink some of the water. She probably has a little bit of grass growing over here that she can nibble on. Like, she can kind of get by here, but she's not exactly thriving. She doesn't look like she's thriving. She looks like she's kind of like, I'm here because I don't know if there's anything better for me. Well, honey, there's a castle out there behind you. This is kind of like what she's dreaming about. She's like, oh, I can feel maybe an energy of maybe a castle, but I don't know if it exists because I'm blindfolded by my current thinking patterns, my current limitations. January is about breaking free out of those limitations and exploring the unknown. I really think that you guys are letting go of some old things that have held you back in the past. You guys are finally ready to move forward and let go. So into me, I see this card is so powerful. You are seeking inside to find out what your answer is. You're finally listening to what it is that you desire and realizing it is what it is. This current situation isn't going to get better. We're kind of thinking that, oh, maybe being wrapped in this box of swords, this limiting situation that I'm in, maybe one day it'll be better. No, it's not going to become the castle. If you stay in this box, you are staying in this circle, okay? It's not getting any better. That castle isn't moving towards you. You have to move towards the castle. That castle ain't moving itself. So January is about realizing it is what it is. If it's always been this way, it's always going to be this way. And you're the one that has to break free and take charge and move to the castle, right? Because that castle ain't coming towards you. So if you guys want something, if you guys want to create a change in your life, which I believe in January you guys are going to desire some sort of change, you're going to have to realize that your current situation is what it is. Your internal soul is calling for more. We're going to have to take that risk and take that chance to move towards that castle. Yes, it's an unknown path. It's uncharted territory. We haven't been there before. There's going to be a little bit of reluctance with this Eight of Wands being reversed. There's going to be times where we feel like, am I making the right decision? I have fears coming in. Do I really move forward? I think that it's going to be sort of a slow process of this back and forth, like, I'm doing it. Mentally, it's like you already know that you're moving there, but physically, we haven't quite taken the action yet. So there's going to be this sort of like back and forth energy of mentally, it's like we keep thinking about this transition, we keep thinking about it, but that physical action hasn't quite come in yet. And I think it's because we're still preparing ourselves spiritually, on a soul level. We're still kind of preparing ourselves. We know what choice we have to make, but it's like the action is a little bit difficult. But I think that you guys are going to get into the mental state at the very least in the month of January to finally be able to make this choice and decision. By the end of January, some of you guys will finally decide to take this action, but I think that the action part of it in January is going to be kind of like this difficult sort of like, ooh, it's difficult, but it's like ripping off a Band-Aid. We kind of just got to do it. So January is just this interesting month. And it's so interesting. Our next oracle card that we have, you guys, fits in so well. This is the card of take risk. I cannot believe we have take risk coming up. That fits in so well with this reading. It is time for us to take the risk. We have to do the action. We have to step into the unknown. This is totally that taking risk energy. So sure, we might feel familiar with this current situation, but the situation ain't serving us. It's not bringing us what we want. This does not look like a fun place to be. And we know it mentally. We know it. It is what it is. It's not changing anytime soon. So take the risk to take the action. Ooh, it's all about, look at that mountain goat climbing. This is ruled by Capricorn for sure, because we got that mountain goat right here. So this is climbing that mountain. We have to climb that mountain. We have to take the risk. We have to go for it. We gotta do it. Then, oh, you guys, I think I mentioned the word paradox earlier, and we literally have the paradox card coming up. So this is about when both things are true. So it's this, I think that you guys are going through this weird paradox where it's like, oh, I could stay or I could go. It's a paradox. It's this paradox of like, both of them are scary. Both of them are scary. So which one are you going to choose? Are you going to choose the one that has the potential to bring you your dreams, or are you going to stay in the one that gives you the potential of what you've always seen? I'm going to give you guys the answer. This is all about taking the risk and taking action to let go of the old. We have to leave this current situation. We have to literally leave it. This isn't a paradox about taking risk to stay in the current situation. This is about taking risk to leave this current situation, because this is what your current situation is. Do you really want to pretend that this is good? Mm-mm. Not fair for anyone involved, okay? Then we also have nature. So this is us coming to our natural state, what we want to be. Look into yourself. The High Priestess and Into Me I See are almost the same freaking card when you look at what they mean. So this is about intuitively seeing into yourself. Nature, coming back to what makes you feel natural, your natural state, who you are and who you want to be, rather than living in the restriction of other people or other thoughts or other things that we think that we need to uphold. Nature, coming back to your own essence, into you see. What do you really want? Don't people please. Don't do this for other people. What do you really want? This is something that's very important, okay? So with that being said, let's go into our astrology cards. We have Sagittarius, we have Virgo, and we have the 5th house. So Sagittarius, this is about, we got to take action, you guys. We got to take a risk. We got to take action. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Shoot your shot. This is literally the card of shoot your shot. This is the archer. Take your arrow, set your sights on something, and let's go for it. That's 8 of Wands, okay? This 8 of Wands should be upright, but you guys are reluctant to take action. But January is all about, let's finally do it. Let's not hold off any longer. The longer that you hold off, the more time is wasted. Okay, the more energy is wasted. Let's just go for those things now. Let's stop wasting time. Let's stop wasting energy. So Sagittarius coming up. We have Virgo coming up. Change up your routines. Change up all these things. Let's heal the past. Virgo's also the healer. Let's heal the old stuff. And let's also walk into something that we've never experienced before, because Virgo is the virgin. Virgin talks about experiencing something you've never experienced before. You haven't been here before. So this energy of January is urging you to move into the new, into the unknown. It is absolutely urging that, okay? And then we also have the 5th house, okay? So get creative. Think about what it is that really inspires you. Let's move towards our inspirations rather than staying where we're hoping that it'll get inspiring. But trust me, does this look like it's getting inspiring anytime soon? No. I know I keep repeating myself. I don't know who needs to hear this message right now, but this is just coming in so powerfully. So I know I keep repeating myself, but it's because you guys really need to ingrain this into your thoughts. Let's not get confused, because this situation feels like a paradox where I think that you guys have been getting confused about it a lot, because it seems like both ways are, you know, calling out to you almost. But there's only one, there's one choice that it's urging you to make, and it's going into this newness. Because look at this situation. It doesn't look like it even has the potential to be fun, okay? That doesn't even look like it has that potential. So Let's move into the new. Let's get creative. What it is that you really want, and realize that this situation, it is what it is, and it's not getting any better. Okay, so our next two cards, we have wisdom coming up, and we have good cheer. So wisdom, I think through this, you guys are gaining so much knowledge. And I think that it was such a situation that needed to happen, because through this, we can finally see what it is. We can finally understand these situations for what they are, and how it can sometimes feel like a paradox, how it can sometimes feel like the best option that we have. We're gaining wisdom about who we really are, what we really want, what we really want to go towards, what we want to create in our life, right? And this could also mean that some of you guys are going back into some sort of school. Maybe you're taking a course. Maybe you're going to be inspired to learn some deeper spiritual knowledge. Maybe you guys are going to be inspired to, hop on a class, something like that. Maybe you guys are in school, so wisdom can also talk about that. Then we do also have good cheer. With kind heart and humor free, may good cheer rule, so mote it be. Guys, I think that there's a good energy surrounding this. And I also think that as you move into this new era of your life, as you make these new choices, there's a lot of good energy here supporting you. And I really think that it's going to be okay. It is going to be absolutely fine. In fact, it'll be better than fine, because it'll be good cheer. So I really think that this is such an important decision that you guys are going to be making, but it's going to be something that's so good and so freeing. I really think that, these wings just talk about becoming free, being able to open up, have that winged, like, freedom feeling. It's so interesting. I actually had a lucid dream last night that I was flying. Interesting. I just remembered that when talking about that. That's so weird. Okay. Anyway, moving on a little bit more, we also have the aquamarine star expression. I express my intuition with self-confidence and love. So, you guys, this coming up is so powerful. So I'm going to ruin our beautifully laid out cards right now to show you guys that we have Into Me I See, and we have this High Priestess, which talks so much about this expression aquamarine star, that we just got this card that just came up. So this is wildly fascinating, especially since this also breaks down into a 2, technically an 11, but breaks down to a 2, and we also have 2 right here with the High Priestess. So I express my intuition with self-confidence and love. There's something that you feel so intuitively that you haven't been able to communicate. So maybe that's also why we have this 8 of Wands, because it's like 8 of Wands talks about our ability to communicate what it is that we're feeling, and also taking action in a direction. So I feel like there's something that's holding you back. Maybe you're just too reluctant to share what it is that you know intuitively. There's a direction that you want to go in. There's something that's calling your soul to, like, let go of the old, move on from something, maybe go through a breakup, maybe switch your job, maybe there's something that you feel intuitively that you've had a reluctance to express. But this card coming up, I express my intuition. There's something that you feel intuitively. You don't really know why it is that you feel it, but you feel it. And it's a paradox, because it's like the situation might seem okay, but there's an intuitive feeling that you guys have about, I just need to let this go. I need to let this go. I express my intuition with self-confidence and love. This card is coming up for you guys to know that it's okay for you guys to express what it is that you're intuitively feeling, and it's important to finally express that, and January is about expressing that. This is what January is about you guys finally expressing that, to be able to move on. It's powerful. Maybe even getting a piece of aquamarine is going to really help you, stay on that new energy, to help you really bring in that new energy for you guys to be able to really express this. Sometimes those crystals can really help us make that energy more tangible. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take out our Astro dice. We're going to roll our zodiac sign dice 3 times to get the top 3 zodiac sign energies that will be around us in the month of January. And then we're going to roll all of the dice together to get any last information on this reading for you guys. So let's see what comes up. This can be somebody's sun, moon, or rising, or just an overall energy. Sagittarius. Very interesting. We have Sag and Sag coming up, you guys. Wow. It's time to take action. It is time to take action. It's time to learn new things, especially spiritually, because Sag is also all about the wisdom. Libra's coming up, so we get Sag, Libra energy, or this could be talking about somebody's sun, moon, or rising sign. Sag again coming up. Okay, you guys, pay attention to that Sagittarius energy. It's time to move in that new direction. It's time to take action and express. It is so much like the 8 of Wands energy. Some of you guys might even be going on a trip. Then we also have Leo. So maybe you guys have been calling to go on a road trip, or maybe just get in your car and drive for a little bit and think. And we also do have that Leo energy coming up. So these are the energies that are coming in your month of January. So with that being said, let's go ahead and roll all of these together to get any last info for you guys. Also, I think that I also want to mention before reading this, that Leo is also all about being confident about what it is that you have to say, right? I express my intuition with self-confidence and love. That is such that Leo energy. Call on that Leo energy to come in and help. We also have Libra coming up again, which is interesting. We have the moon, and we literally have the moon over here. Ooh, you guys. Okay, moon. We also have Libra coming up with the second house. So if we have the moon in Libra in the second house, this might deal with a relationship for a lot of you guys. This might be talking about a relationship that you guys know intuitively that it's time to let go of it. It's time to move on from it. It could be some sort of toxic relationship, or it could be a relationship that just makes you feel restricted in some sort of way. And it's finally time to listen to what makes you comfortable, and it's finally time to be comfortable expressing your emotions, because the moon is all about your emotional state, and it's also all about walking into an unknown area, something unknown, unfamiliar. So this being in Libra, let's make new connections with people that align with us in a deeper way. So January is all about paying attention to who you're really drawn towards emotionally, who aligns to you emotionally, who is aligned to you in a better, more physical way that you feel really comfortable being around, people that you feel comfortable with. And let's pay attention to what is it that makes us feel comfortable? What is it that makes us feel balanced? What is it that brings us that balance? And let's move towards that rather than staying stuck on past things that haven't yet provided what it is that we seek. So that is what I'm seeing for you guys. Pile number 3. I hope that this month goes well for you guys. If you guys enjoyed this reading, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up. I also want to mention that this month does look really good. It just looks like we're sorting out some things that need to be sorted out for the new year, but it does all look very positive and good for you guys. So with that being said, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe button down below if you guys want to hear more or watch more videos like this in the future. And if so, I will see you guys in my next one. Bye. All right, so group number 4, if you guys chose this pile, this is going to be a reading all about your January 2021 prediction. So let's hop right into it. All right, so pile number 4, let's get right into your guys' reading. So we start off over here with the Page of Cups, then we have the Strength reversed, then we have the 3 of Swords upright, then we have the 3 of Pentacles being reversed, then we have the Queen of Pentacles upright. So before we get into what all of this is indicating, let's get a couple, or maybe just one or two of these oracle cards to get some magical energy inspiration going on in this pile. Let's see some magical energies happening for you guys in January. So with that being said, I'm going to shuffle this. Let's see what comes out. Pile 4, January of 2021, magical energies. Definitely feeling this one and this one for you guys. So let's see. We have Spirit of Gratitude and Close Encounters. Ooh. Deja vu is coming for you guys in January, so pay attention to dreams, pay attention to signs, symbols, synchronicities. If you guys see butterflies around, that could mean something for you guys, or certain flowers, something happening. But this close encounters is just screaming this like signs, symbols from the universe, numerology coming in, close encounters. It's going to be speaking to you a lot. And then we also have Spirit of Gratitude. So being grateful is going to help you so much in the month of January. And I really think that magic will come to you every time that you feel grateful about what you have in your life. Even just the small things immensely will change your energy in January of 2021. Yeah, and this close encounters, I really think that it's just going to feel very synchronistic. And it's almost like you guys are on the verge of something new coming in, but it hasn't quite happened yet. There's something that you guys are just like on the verge of, and you guys might even be feeling this energy already, where it just seems like you guys are just about there, and it's just this new energy that's coming in, but it hasn't quite popped into your life quite yet. There's this new energy that's brewing. Okay, so that's what I'm getting from this close encounters. There's this new energy, and it's curating right now, okay? It's coming alive. And it will be alive soon, shortly. Okay, so talking about that, let's get into these tarot cards. So we have this Page of Cups. So this is kind of this new, we're looking at life in a new way. We're getting new ideas. And this sort of energy that I'm getting over here is like you guys have these new ideas, but there might be certain people that kind of make you feel like you can't do this idea. There's certain people that maybe disagree with you, like, no, don't do that. That's not a good idea. Don't make this thing happen. Da 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 da. And it seems like there's this impatience. Like we really want to push something forward. We have these ideas. We want to be able to do them, but it seems like the support might not be fully there, and we might be getting disappointed about certain people maybe not supporting what it is that we want. But the fun thing, you guys, about this reading is that we have the Queen of Pentacles at the end over here. So this is about you guys getting the power and kind of almost getting to that point of like, I'm doing it myself anyway then. I'm gonna do it myself. Like if you guys aren't gonna come through about this, I'm making it happen myself. We're making this occur. You guys are done waiting, this close encounters. You guys are so over and getting kind of impatient about it almost being there. You guys are like, I want this to occur. It's like, I'm so close to my dreams. I can feel the energy. It's brewing in, but somehow there's certain hiccups. There's certain disappointments that might come in, but it's like, no, we have to kind of just do it ourselves. Like I'm so getting the energy of I'm doing it myself. It could even be that you guys want to start something new and you're hoping that certain friends will join you on it, certain friends will support you on it, come with you to these things and also start these new diets or fitness routines or this or that, and it just seems like they don't ever come through. This is about taking matters into your own hands. So the month of January, this is going to be you taking matters into your own hands. I think that you guys are getting way too impatient about it almost happening, about these trips that people are like, oh, I'll go with you, or like, oh, I'll do this with you, and then they just don't come through. It's like, nah, gotta do it myself. I gotta do it myself. So it's letting go of that feeling of disappointment, because you're like, I just want to do my thing anyway, and if people aren't ready to join me on it, I have to do it myself anyway. So I'm really feeling this sort of energy for the month of January is of this energy of like, I gotta do it myself. Gotta do it myself. Gotta do it myself. So definitely that is our overarching energies of the month of January. This Queen of Pentacles is very successful in what she does though. So I want you guys to know that I think when you do it on your own, it's going to be mad successful. And I think that you guys will have a lot to be grateful for about going this path on your own. It just seems like there's something that you guys have to do on your own. Queen of Pentacles is coming in to let you know that you're going to own that energy like a queen, my love. You're going to absolutely own that energy, or like a king, depending on, you know, which sexual or gender association that you have. I don't mean to make this, I want to make this inclusive for all of you, my loves. I just said queen because of the Queen of Pentacles that we have, just so you guys know, because I know some of you guys comment down below and you guys all want to feel included, and I want you guys to know you're all included in here. So yes, this Queen of Pentacles, you are owning that queen and kingly energy of who you are this month. We're getting into those routines, we're making things happen, we're manifesting them into this world, and we might have to do it alone, but that's totally fine. We got this and we're gonna do it. So with that being said, our next card that we have the Pillar. So I think that you guys are building something important for you. You are building a structure. And what I mean by structure, I mean this kind of more metaphorically. You're building the foundation for yourself to hold up this new dream, this new desire. And there's a part of you that I think wants to have some sort of connection in that. You guys either want support from friends or from family to help support this connection, but it seems like it's more like gotta do it alone type of thing. But I think that you'll get support as you begin to build it, as you begin to really show what your potential is and what you're capable of. I think the support will then follow there on after. Then we also have Share Wisdom and the Magi. So share wisdom, okay? So this is you guys sharing your ideas, but it's interesting that we have this one upside down. So there could be this either lack of support or people just not really understanding us fully. But I really think that this energy of January, and we have Share Wisdom, I think that you guys are gonna finally start listening to yourself rather than waiting for support, rather than waiting for this. Yeah, it's again, I'm getting that message all about doing it yourself. Then we have the Magician coming up. So you guys have everything that it takes to do it on your own. You don't need to wait for nobody when we have these cards out here. So yeah, I really think again, it's the reiteration of the energy. You guys have all of what it takes on your own, and you guys are going about something on your own in the month of January. There could also be an impatience around waiting for commitment from a relationship. and you guys are kind of just like, okay, I'm done waiting. So there could also be something around that where it's like we are waiting for some sort of commitment from somebody, but we're not quite getting it, and we're getting impatient. Like it's just almost there, but it hasn't quite happened. And I think that you guys are getting impatient. You're like, I'm just gonna go start being me because it just seems like this isn't really moving forward in any sort of way. So it's like you guys just finally like, you're like, fuck it, like I'm done. So definitely getting a little bit of that energy happening in here as well. Our next few cards, we have Hygeia, we have Mars, and we have the new moon. So we have Hygeia, Mars, and new moon. Ooh, you guys, okay. So I'm really getting this vibe that this is like, you guys want this internal support, like this asteroid of Hygeia. This is like wanting that internal support, wanting to feel really good. And I'm kind of getting this energy from this one. You guys also might be, this could deal with some sort of like physical health things. This could be like a new diet that you guys want to try. This could be like a new fitness routine that you guys want to start doing, but you guys don't really have anyone that wants to do it with you. So you're like, I gotta do it on my own. I gotta get that self-motivation in check. And that's why we have Mars as well. It's about taking action, finally doing those things that you've always wanted to do. And maybe you have to just do it on your own. So I'm getting, again, that do it on your own sort of energy. This could also be talking about, yeah, like I said, like a certain relationship that's lacking commitment. And you're realizing that I just have to move on from it for my own mental health, for my own mental sake. And then new moon, this new beginning. So it's like we're getting inspired to move towards this new beginning, this new us. And we kind of have to do it on our own because no one else is really wanting to move to this direction with us. So we're just like, okay, either I'm just, letting go of this person who won't commit to me and I'm just starting my new fresh beginning on my own, being alone. Or it's like I said, there's something that you guys want to maybe begin, a new routine, and you guys just have to kind of do it on your own. So I'm getting a little bit of this energy for January for you guys. This all sounds really good though, because it looks like you guys are building up the strength to do anything and everything on your own with this Queen of Pentacles. And it kind of just seems like you guys are building up the strength for yourselves to become the master of your own reality. And through that, without this reliance on other people, you are building yourself into, like I said, like a queen or like that king energy. So it's honestly really beautiful at the end of the day. It's a really nice energy that you guys are building for yourselves. Then we also have the card here of grace. And then we have the card here of letting go. So this is super interesting. I really think that you guys are, you're letting go of people that no longer vibe with you, people that no longer maybe resonate with you, that aren't really in support, that aren't really in alignment with the new future that you want to go with. So maybe we're letting go of, again, like I said, somebody who won't commit, or people that just are not in alignment with the new self that we desire to be. And so we're following this blessing sort of energy. It's so interesting that grace comes up because I had this feeling like you're on the verge of creating this new life, this new energy. We have the new moon coming up. We have this close encounter. So we're just on the tip of the iceberg. And then we have a grace. We're on the tip of the iceberg of this new grace, of this new energy that's coming in. So this new blessing that's coming to you to set you free from being held back or weighed down by anyone else. We're letting go of the things that used to weigh us down. So this is all looking so beautiful so far. The next card that we have right here is the Mystic, which is super interesting because we also have the Mage right here, which is the Magician. So magic and magic, I weave my magic and surrender to the universe. So you guys, wow. I think January is all about honing on your own magic, realizing that you are the creator and that you can create anything at any time. You don't need to wait for anyone else. And so I really think that you're going to start owning your own magic and creating the foundations for that to then take place for you guys. So January is all about utilizing your own magic, feeling that own magic that you guys have within, and setting the proper foundations for that to then grow and take place and not waiting for nobody, okay? So the next few are not these cards. Why am I maybe I took these out for a reason. I meant to grab my Astro dice, but I'm like in the zone right now. And whenever I do readings, I get into this like intuitive zone. And sometimes I'm not focused on what I'm doing. So interesting that we pulled these out again. So let's just pull out another one of these because maybe that's what we need. We have Broken Open. I feel like pulling out one more for you guys. So let's just do it. The power of purpose. I feel like you guys feel this sense of purpose within you that you know you just need to complete regardless. And if things and people are not aligning to that, it's time to just go at it on our own anyway. Broken open, this is about being vulnerable about our feelings, what we really desire, our truth, being authentic with that, being able to let go. So we're breaking open in order to let go of the things that are kind of holding us back. So I'm really, yeah, beautiful energy, guys. Let's set our sights on something. Let's go for the bullseye. Let's set our eyes on that target and let's go at it no matter who is beside us or who is deciding to come along the journey with us. So with that being said, let's take out our astro dice. We're going to roll our zodiac sign dice 3 times to get the top 3 zodiac signs that are probably going to be in your life in January, or this could be talking about energies as well. So let's see what comes up. This could be somebody's sun, moon, or rising, or their energy, or just like a overall energy. We have Capricorn coming up, very interesting. Leo as well. So Capricorn, Leo, and Aquarius energy. So Capricorn, Leo, and Aquarius energy, sun, moon, or rising, or just overall energies. And let's go ahead and roll all these together now to get any last information for you guys. Taurus, 4th house, North Node. Let's move towards our destinies. Taurus is coming up for a lot of people so far. And this 4th house, where is it that we want to set our foundation pillar? Some of you guys might be thinking about moving or beginning to wonder where is it that you want to actually set your proper foundations for in the future. So some of you guys, I do think you're going to be thinking about moving in January. Then we do also have Taurus. So where is it that we feel comfortable? Let's move towards more of our destiny, about where we want to root ourselves, where we want to be. And let's make those things happen. I feel like you guys really feel this calling of this certain destiny, this purpose that you guys have. And you know that you need to switch up your foundation. We need to move more towards what it is that we're being called towards. Okay, so that is what I'm seeing for you guys. Pile number 4. Hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button down below if you guys want to see more videos like this. And if so, I will see you guys in my next one. Bye. All right. So my last pile number 5, if you guys chose this one, this is going to be your reading all about January of 2021. So let's hop right into it. All right, so pile number 5, let's get right into your guys' reading. So we have the Queen of Wands right here. We have Justice. These 2 are reversed, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the 4 of Swords upright, and we have Death being reversed over here. So there is something that I'm getting this vibe from over here, that we are kind of resisting a transition, or kind of playing the waiting game because we don't want to take action on something. So this is kind of like not wanting to take some sort of action. And it's interesting because our oracle cards, we have Body and Soul, and we have Time Machine. I think that you guys are like still kind of like healing from something, and I think that you guys are taking life in a more relaxed manner. So I think that in the month of January is about relaxing and healing and taking things a little bit slow. We have Time Machine and Wheel of Fortune. I do think by the end of January, things are going to start speeding up. Really interesting. I just got a really high ringing in my ear. So I think that this is about listening and following your intuition based on this reading. This is like, ooh, that's like an intense ring, and it's right in my left ear. It's very interesting, the feminine side. So getting deeper into this, I do think things will start speeding up by the end of January. We have this like quantum leap sort of energy coming in with Time Machine and Wheel of Fortune, but it seems like January itself is more of this relaxing month, the contemplation month, contemplating about certain things that are happening in your life right now, and really listening to your intuition, your body, your soul, what those are guiding you towards, what it's telling you. It might seem like there's something in the past that we're maybe still healing from, or still trying to find balance from something. So maybe it is that you guys are finding yourselves really busy. So January is about taking time to relax, taking time, and you're going to notice that the universe, I really think that the universe is going to give you signs and messages, especially if you guys are like really busy, that it's time to relax. Or it could be the other way around for some of you guys, that some of you guys are relaxing so much that it's time to begin to move things forward once you guys have done the healing that you guys need to do. But I'm kind of getting this vibe from here that we're healing our mind, body, and soul in the month of January. We're going through a time of rest, relaxation. I'm hearing that message for so many of you that it's going to seem like time pauses at certain times, and it's like, oh wait, I can't move forward right now. I can't do the things that I wanted to do right now. And it's because the universe is literally telling you, you need to start focusing more and relaxing a little bit more to rejuvenate your mind, body, and soul. We need to find balance again. Things have been out of balance for a little while. Maybe you guys are focusing way too much on work. Maybe you guys are focusing way too much on the past, or way too much on relationships, or whatever the case may be. For some of you guys, it'll be different for all of you. But our focus has been imbalanced. Our life has been a bit imbalanced. And January is about the universe literally guiding you that now we need to implement more rest and relaxation. And this is the change that's really needed right now for you guys to gain new inspiration, because it seems like our energy is drained. We're probably feeling more tired than usual. It's time to catch up on sleep. I think a lot of you guys who chose this pile are probably feeling a lot more tired than usual. There's a bit of this imbalanced sort of energy. January is about recuperating that. The universe has divine plans for you. Just so you guys know, if you guys feel like you're wasting time by doing this, you're not. We have Time Machine and we have the Wheel of Fortune. These both are like clocks right now. And so the universe is like literally saying, I'm giving you time. I'm making you the perfect time. If you guys want to take a quantum leap and speed up into the future, January is the month for recuperating and getting into alignment, your mind, body, and soul, because the Four of Swords is your mind, and we have body and soul. We need to recuperate. We need to find balance again. And through this rejuvenation, you guys are going to get more energy and get more inspired than ever. And this is the moment where you guys are going to take that quantum leap, which I think is going to happen around the end of January or sometime possibly in February. Some of you guys, this might even take until April, some of you guys. But what I'm really feeling is that, yes, quantum leap will begin once you guys finally listen and take that relaxing time that the universe is just guiding you to take, okay? Very interesting stuff so far. The next few cards that we have over here, we have Ask Body, Patience, and the Outlaw. Wow, Ask Body, Body, Mind, and Soul. Interesting, you guys. So pile 5, listen to your body. Your body is giving you messages. Your body might feel drained. Listen to that and go take a nap. After this reading, go take a nap if you guys feel like you need to, okay? Maybe even fall asleep during it. I don't know, but these messages might be important, so maybe that's not good. So anyway, Ask Body, listen to your body, mind, and soul. Right now is about rejuvenating that, not necessarily about taking the best action. Right now is about not doing those changes, resting, delaying that for a little bit. It's time to delay all of those things that we thought we were gonna do for just a little bit. Take that pause with that time machine. Time is still there. Patience, have that patience. Let's move a bit slower right now. January is about taking your time, literally taking your time to rebalance, rejuvenate. That way you'll have the energy to implement this massive quantum leap and shift that you guys are about to create. I really think that you guys have some big stuff coming into your life, some really good big stuff, some big changes. But right now, your spirit, your body, your mind, your soul needs to rejuvenate first in order to gain the energy that is needed to create this quantum leap. So patience, have your patience. It doesn't all need to happen today. It doesn't all need to happen right now. This is about taking things slow, because the tortoise and the hare, think literally about the tortoise and the hare. You think that you don't have time to go slow. You think you don't have time to rest, but baby, you'll reach the finish line faster than the hare who pushes himself to go fast, 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 fast all the time. You're going to get there quicker. So it's funny how patience, it's like a paradox, right? Sometimes it's the fastest person that wins the race, and other times it's the slowest person that wins the race, because they're taking their time, they're rejuvenating, they're gaining all their energy, and they don't have a massive burnout that holds them back months, instead of just taking 1 month to rest and rejuvenate and then going at it with all of your energy, and then you got it, and then you're good, and then having that balance, having the balance of taking your time and going at it. Have the patience to have a balance of both, and you'll get there much quicker than somebody who runs at it with all of their energy and all of their force and all of their might, and then hits that burnout and then is out of commission for months on end. You don't want to be that person, okay? So listen to the universe. It is giving you time to pause, and it's telling you that you're still getting there just on time. There's divine timing here. Listen to what needs to be done. Otherwise, the universe will kind of force these situations to come out, and you'll be like, oh shit, what? So it's time to get the boot, you guys. Listen to the boot. The boot is telling you to stop going at it so hard, to stop forcing it. There's this force that I feel like is coming from you guys right now, and the universe is letting you know time is okay. You're okay on timing. It is okay to rest and rejuvenate. I'm getting this message so strongly for you guys. Wow, pile number 5. if you want to implement change, rest first. Rest first. It is so vitally important for you guys. Pile number 5. Okay, with that being said, our next few cards, we have Venus. We have the waning gibbous. So the waning gibbous, we're moving more into a new moon again. So we're getting ready for the new change, but we're waning. We're waning. We have to regain our energy. We're coming from that full moon. We're going into that new phase, but this is about rest and recuperation again, you guys, with that waning gibbous. This is focusing more on spas, massages, taking care of yourself. You know, Venus sort of energy. This is not about taking action. This is about rejuvenation. Venus is the divine feminine. She rules rejuvenation and not taking action. She is the goddess of focusing on your beauty, being creative, relaxing, doing nothing. Venus, that feminine energy of Venus is like doing things without a purpose sometimes. You know, I'm taking a nap, and I'm not doing it so that I gain energy for the future. I'm taking a nap because I love myself and I want to rejuvenate myself and feel good. And I want to do art just to do art, not to do anything with it, not to sell it because that's more masculine. This is doing art because I just feel like it. You know, the month of January is about that, having patience, doing what it is that you want to do. We also have Pallas Athena, which is interesting. She's another feminine goddess. And we also have Aquarius. All right, so this is getting in touch with your creativity, your natural internal talents. I think that as you guys begin to relax and fall more into that feminine energy with this Pallas asteroid, this is going to awaken your inner talents that you were unable to see before. As you tap more into that deeper feminine, those talents are going to shine. They're going to come out stronger than ever. We have Aquarius. This is going to be talents that you didn't even know that you had. We're unsurfacing, unveiling talents and qualities and energies in you that you didn't even realize existed before. As long as you take your time and you have patience, you follow your intuition of maybe getting more rest, getting more relaxation, getting more of that rejuvenating energy in, is going to boost you. And I think you're seriously going to do quantum leaps because of this. And a quantum leap is when you're at one stage of your life and then all of a sudden everything changes. Like, this is the energy, and I'm just throwing out a random example. This is not a prediction, this is a random example. So a quantum leap, for example, is going from working like a 9-to-5 job where you're making like 50 grand a year, and then all of a sudden in a month, all of a sudden you're owning your own business and you're making like a 7-figure income or like a very high 6-figure income. That right there is like a quantum leap. You are leaping to a new reality so quickly, and those changes implement very fast for you. So I really think that if you guys have your patience, if you guys take your time and you do this rejuvenation, you're gonna make one of those quantum leaps in a certain aspect of your life. A quantum leap can also deal with relationships. You're going from being single for the past 7 years to all of a sudden falling in love with your soulmate or your twin flame a month later. That's another quantum leap. Okay, so this is what I'm kind of seeing happening over here for you guys. Like, this is a quantum leap sort of energy that we're brewing, okay? And I don't want you guys to listen to this and only relax because you're thinking about a quantum leap. Just actually genuinely take relaxing time, okay? And then the next 2 cards that we have over here, we have Health and Harvest. Focus on your mental, physical well-being. Focus on your health. Listen to your mind, body, and soul. This is about rejuvenating. Stop those bad habits. Stop overworking yourself. Stop getting only the minimal amount of sleep. This is the month, January, of focusing on your health, not worrying about your time. And because of that, you will gain so much more abundance. You'll go through the harvest. All of a sudden your crops will grow, because, you know, it's almost like waiting for your food to cook for so long and you're like stirring the soup pot. The more that you stir the soup pot and you're hoping that it cooks and you're like, please cook, please cook, please cook. The more that you're stirring it, it's actually getting cooler and cooler and not cooking fast enough because you're adding in more air and it's cooling off. So let it be. Go take your rest. Go get a glass of water. Go make some tea. Come back to your soup, and all of a sudden it's going to be much more done than it was before, okay? So stop watching your plants grow. If you wait and for this plant to grow and you watch it with your eyes, it's going to feel like the slowest thing ever. But if you go, relax, rejuvenate, take a nap, come back tomorrow, maybe he will sprout a new leaf, okay? So that is what this is talking about. Rest and relaxation. The clock is still moving, but this is important. Take your time, have the patience, da 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 da. I'm sure you guys get the message. I keep repeating it. And then the next card we have is the Morning Star Radiance. I shoot for the stars. Radiance is my birthright. So relax, rejuvenate, and then all of a sudden you're going to have the electricity. You're going to have the energy within to shoot for the stars. Instead of just shooting for the moon, you guys are going to finally, through this rejuvenation, have energy to reach for the stars, okay? So beautiful reading so far, my loves. I'm loving this pile number 5. Hopefully it's resonating for you so far. With that being said, we're gonna move on to our Astro dice. We're gonna roll our zodiac sign dice 3 times to get the top 3 zodiac signs that will be in your life during the month of January, or it will just be talking about the energy. So this can be somebody's sun, moon, or rising sign, or just an overall energy. So we have Pisces coming up for you guys, pile number 5. So Pisces, sun, moon, or rising, or Piscean energy. Cancer is coming up, lots of water signs so far. And Libra. Libra is coming up for a lot of people as well, so it's very interesting. So Pisces, Cancer, and Libra are the top 3 zodiac signs that are going to maybe be influencing your life in this time. It's interesting that we got a lot of water signs. It's all about that relaxation, listening intuitively to your body, going more into that dream state with Pisces. So getting over insomnia, if you guys have that, focusing more on getting more rest. So with that being said, let's go ahead and roll all of these together and let's see what comes up for you guys. The sun, the first house in Pisces. Ooh, so the sun in Pisces in the first house, focusing on your body and your mental energy within your body, realizing how your mental state affects your physical state, and focusing on how to rejuvenate that, how to bring light to that. So bringing light to those subconscious thoughts that we're thinking that maybe make us take action out of fear, because the first house is all about taking action. So maybe how we take action out of fear, or how we take action via how we're feeling in that moment. So focusing more on those things and realizing that we need to rejuvenate those parts of ourselves, focusing more on your mental health as well. And again, like I said, how your mental health is affecting your physical state and how your physical state is affecting your mental state. So all of it goes hand in hand, and we're illuminating all those different things in the month of January and realizing how all of those correlate and how we can heal that. So that is what I'm seeing for you guys, pile number 5. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button down below if you guys want to see more videos like this. And if so, I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.